This is the second part of the Bidmas videos. We've got a number of problems here where they expect you to put the brackets in the right place to make it equal to 80, put the brackets in the right place to make it equal to 13, and so on. Now, if you was to typically do that as by itself, let's say you got 10 times 2 add 6. Now you know when you got a situation like that, you do, well, you got timesing and adding. You've got timesing, you've got adding. They're in separate leagues. Timesing's way above adding, so you do timesing first. So 10 times 2, 20, 20 plus 6, 26. But here, 10 times 2 plus 6 is equal to 80. They want you to put the brackets in the right place. So we do that question. So what can I do to this to make it equal, to force it to become 80? I can experiment. I can put the brackets there, see what happens. Brackets first. Remember, we've got brackets now. And we got brackets, we've got timesing. Brackets first. 2 plus 6 is 8. So that all of that becomes 8. 10 times 8 is 80. So it looks like the bracket goes there first. If you don't get it right the first time round, change, put the bracket somewhere else, and then see what happens. Right, we have another problem here. By itself, if I was to work this out by itself, so what do we have here? We've got timesing and we got adding. So we have timesing first, then adding. So you do that bit first. 2 times 3 is the 6. And everything else is just adding. 5 add 6 is 11. 11 add 1 is 12. But in this question here, they want you to force this to become 13. So how do you do that then? Well, you can experiment. Put the bracket in two different places until you get 13. Let's see if I can make this equal to 13. Let me see what happens if I put the brackets in there. 2 times 3, 6. So you got 5 add 6 is 11. 11 add 1. 11 add 1 is 12. Does not give me 13. So I'll put the brackets in the wrong place this time. So I'll try a different place, different location. Let me try this one. Brackets first, remember, you do the brackets first. 5 add 2 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 add 1 is 22. It does not equal to 13, right? It's in the wrong place. Right, where else have I got left to try? Let me try this over here, force that now. So we got brackets first. 3 add 1 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 add 5 is 13. It works. So putting the brackets there works. Another question. Looks more complicated, but let's just work it out as it is. What would it give without the brackets, without putting the brackets in? So let's see what all the things that we have now. Right, we have got adding. We've got indices, we've got timesing. I've run out of beads, right? Division, I'll just leave that there, division. So a lot of things there. So obviously indices first. 3 squared means 3 times 3 is 9. Right, division and timesing, they're in the same league, so you can just work from left to right. Not necessary. It's not necessary to go from this to this. It makes no difference in this case anyway. But anyway, let's do this. 9 times 10 is 90. 90 divided by 2. 90 divided by 2 is 45. So we've done that out the way. Just left with adding. 45 add 9. 53. 54 rather. Right, 54. Now, in this one, this is the question, we need to put the brackets to force it to become 90. So what can you do? Just experiment really. Maybe I can try this, see what happens. Right, 3 squared is 9, 9 times 10 is 90. Right, so you've got 9 plus 90 divided by 2. 90 divided by 2 is 45, 45 by 9, nowhere near 90. Right, brackets in the wrong place. Maybe here. 3 squared is 9. 9 add 9 is 18. Then you got the times 10. Then you got the divide by 2. Right. Just go from left to right. 18 times 10 is 180. 180 divided by 2 is 90. It works. Wouldn't have made any difference if you done 9 divided by 2 is 5. 18 times 5 also gives you 90. But we just go from left to right. Remember, if they're in the same league, just go from left to right. So to put this here, that makes it work.